Game as the packs are split into two different defenses, and a multiplayer block now going to a Dub City blocker as Columbia earns your first lead jam, and we've got a cut track going to Peace Corps. So Gilly the Kid, first lead jammer and first power jam opportunity of this game.
It's beautiful watching Dub City and their recycling and how they're just rotating so nicely in that tripod.
Only two Columbia blockers on the track right now, but excellent offense getting through. A no pass being issued, but still earning all 5 points on that pass.
And Peace Corps being able to get out very easily right from the penalty box.
No points on that third pass there for Columbia. 10-0. Got Mustache on the line for Columbia, and Diva 772 for Dub City. Diva using her angles to slice through the Dub City or the Columbia pack, but Columbia able to recycle in front of her and catch her back again. Meanwhile, Mustache just grinding against Dub City.
And Diva gets out as lead jammer for the second jam.
Dub City trying to keep a goat. She sneaks through. No points going up. Columbia able to catch her on the outside before she scored any points. So now we have got Elastic Ass and Poison Violet. These are two of my favorite jammers.
Is it because of the names or just because of their skill?
Well, so Elastic Ass because of the name. Poison Violet is 007. I'm a Bond fan. But I've been watching both of these jammers for a long time. Poison Violet's just one of the most agile skaters I've ever seen.
Beautiful footwork on the inside by Elastic Ass. But not enough, unfortunately, to get Poison Violet as lead for Columbia.
And good awareness from Elastic Ass, hearing the forearm penalty going to Chucktown Bruiser, so she's able to come out of the pack. 4 points going up for Poison Violet. Elastic Ass held scoreless. So we'll reset and do it over.
Yeah, their strategy of getting through the pack as quickly as possible and then calling it off before the other jammer is a really good strategy starting off, especially with how fast-paced they're moving the lines. We are in Jam 3, and we've got Peace Corps up against Gilly the Kid. And Peace Corps gets out.
Peace Corps getting through the pack, saw the hat pass happen. And now that's their first 4 points for Dub City.
Now we've got 618 Must Dash up against 772 Diva at the Night Owl jammer line.
And as of right now, we've been splitting lead jammer, half and half. So very well matched defenses.
Yeah.
Diva taking an opportunity and coming through the middle with a little hop. Mustache having to reset, but now a spread out pack gets her to the front pretty easy.
I always find it so amazing when they have, when one team only has a certain amount of jammers, obviously not 4, 3 or 2 jammers, blockers, and they're actually able to hold the other jammer that has 4 blockers on their team defending.
Elastic Ass and Poison Violet back up against each other. Just one to beat up front. Poison Violet is denoted lead. And with a bunch of people going to the box, we've got a foot race on the track.
And a little collision there on the second turn. But everybody's up and smiling. That was a 0-0 point jam in Jam 6. Still, Columbia 14, Dub City 8. We're about to start again with Peace Corps for Dub City against 413, Gilly the Kid.
Dub City out for lead. Gilly the Kid weaving through the pack.
Beautiful toe stop turnaround work by Peace Corps.
Packs fast. Both of these teams, if given the opportunity, will absolutely play that fast pack game. Both of them love it. I saw Dub City play at the Mayhem tournament last year, and they just thrive in that environment where they get to play fast. And Columbia has been known for that for a few years as well. Both teams also incredibly successful when slow. But it's interesting when you have two teams with similar styles that play against each other, that kind of bait each other into a different kind of game.
Yeah, usually you see one team that loves to go really fast and one that loves to go slow, and the other one has to compensate for one another. It's pretty amazing to see how rare it is to see two teams that love to do the same thing on the track. Must Dash did get lead jammer. And she called it off before Dub City could get any more points. The score now.
And we've got a timeout being called.
The score now is 18-16.
Don't forget, we got all kinds of raffles going on. We've got a few more baskets to give away today. You can go to the raffle table and buy a ticket for $1, or I believe it's 6 for $5, or a whole arm length for $10.
Yes, and if you know somebody long-armed, like Corey, one of our announcers, you can use his arm.
If you can find D-Ride. D-Ride's got really long arms.
Tampa. Now, if you are looking for the raffle, we do have something very amazing that we're giving away, which is some Girl Scout cookies, or I like to call Girl Scout crack. We've got that still available. We also have an Easter basket filled with tons of goodies, and even a amazing skate bag that it has antimicrobial type stuff. So,
and we've also got the basket of booze, the quote-unquote basket.
Yeah,
the table of booze raffle is still happening. So make sure you get tickets for that. I need to poke Jeff on that one. And we are back. Poison Violet, little bump on the outside, low jammer on jammer, and both through with Poison Violet getting lead jammer again. Poison Violet, 100% lead at this point, even though the teams are swapping back and forth. We had 3 points going up for Columbia Quad Squad on that one. None going up for Dub City. Gilly the Kid and Peace Corps. I'm guessing both of these teams are running a similar rotation.
Why, yes.
Why, yes, they are. We got 254. I believe I know who. Oh, Hit It and Quidditch is going to report to the penalty box now for Columbia Quad Squad. Gilly trying to hop over a leg on the apex. Not through, so Peace Corps is your lead jammer. And with a little duck around the last blocker, got 5 points up for Peace Corps.
Beautiful O by 241 of Dub City. Jenny Matthews.
An additional point being signaled by Jam Ref Kill Trip for Dub City. 6-4 Jam, 25-22. Columbia Quad Squad up. Just under 20 minutes left in the first period.
It is still anybody's game. Anybody's game.
Diva and Mustache taking the line, the Night Owl Jam line.
And Mustache gets lead, but 772 Diva gets out almost right behind her. Mustache calling it off after getting 3 points, making it 28-22.
Elastic Ass and Poison Violet. Coming up, we've got a slight pack advantage for Columbia Quad Squad. And Columbia tapping into that grinding game, which will send Creech to the box for a direction. And that is Elastic Ass's first lead jammer of the game.
I love how she just smiles through everything.
Poison Violet. This is one of her moves. I've seen her do this several times. In fact, when they were in Columbia, I believe it was Columbia D1s. It was either Columbia or Jacksonville that Columbia Quad Squad played, and she did this in one of the last jams and ended up scoring a ton of points.
I believe it was
result.
Jacksonville, actually,
I believe
yeah.
It was, I think it was Columbia.
Oh, okay.
I think it was. They were one year after another. A lot of the same teams. Regardless.
This is beautiful, beautiful recycling on Dub City's part. Their walls are so strong. Number 25 drawing 0-0 back to keep the pack. Poison Violet getting 5 points. And right before the whistle is called, Dub City's Elastic gets 4 points as well, making it 37 to 26. Poison Violet getting 9 points that last jam.
Yeah, we've said it once. We'll continue saying it. Gilly the Kid and Peace Corps on the line. Peace Corps. Yeah. And Gilly is lead jammer. We've got a kill trap tap in his hat, so we've got a lap point scored.
This game is so exciting. Oh my God, I can't talk. I'm admiring these two amazing teams. So Columbia just got 5 more points, making it 42 to 26, which is the longest distance spread so far in this game.
By far. It's going to be interesting. The last time Columbia started to gain a little distance, Dub City was able to respond. So with Diva on the line and Mustache, well, they're both through, so.
We've got a timeout on Dub City. With this last jam, I find with every game that I see, and I see jammers one right after the other, right next to each other, trying to make the lead jammer call off the jam, it is the most exciting part because you never know exactly what's going to happen, whether the jammer's going to hit each other or whatever. But man, makes my heart stop for a second.
So we've got a little bit of time to bring the heart rate down a little bit on the.
Thank you very much.
Want to say thank you. We've got a bunch of photographers here this weekend, including Steve Jakorvik. I believe I said that right. I'm hoping. Steve Jakorvik. We have Phantom. We have Ken LeBlue. Keith Ridge. We have. I know there are more. Someone just rambled off a list of photographers to me, and
oh my gosh,
I'm trying to remember all the names, and it's phenomenal. We're super happy to have them here, and
thank you
for all those digital files that you sort through and make sure are beautiful, and for all those times you get that derp face or that apex jump
or the tongue sticking out.
Yeah, or the tongue sticking out. Poison Violet again with a little bump off the line to bring Elastic as out of the. And then through for lead with Elastic Ass chasing her down with a smile.
Poison getting 2 points. Dub City 0, making it 44 to 26.
So Dub City getting lead jammer 3 in a row. That's the first time that's happened. They have been trading back and forth, or we've had two leads in a row.
Yeah, they're fairly even in this game.
Yeah,
getting lead.
That's an understatement. They are definitely very well. Yeah,
I said that too calmly.
You are correct. No, you are absolutely correct.
So we've got Gilly the Kid up against Peace Corps.
Oh, we've got Gilly the Kid reporting to the box for a forearm penalty as a Dub City blocker is released back to the pack and actually trades out with a Dub City pivot.
And now we've got a power jam.
And a forearm now going to, I believe that was Barney Rebel. And lead jammer now for Peace Corps, able to sneak around Chucktown Bruiser, which is very difficult to do.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Sweeping offense from the inside. Open up a little path. Columbia able to take advantage, though, and sneak their own jammer through. Nice edge work from Peace Corps, keeping her inside the track. 9 points going up for Dub City, 1 point going up for Columbia Quad Squad.
Yeah, that's the largest. And that's actually the first largest point count of 9 for Dub City, where everything on average is about 4 or, yeah, about 4.
Yeah, that's actually only the second time in the game that they've scored on multiple passes.
It's because everybody's so good.
The defenses are fantastic. Got a cut track going against Diva. She thought she was free for lead. But it's going to go to Mustache instead.
I love these names. Quidditch. That was a really pretty apex jump by Mustache. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it, so she had to she got recycled back. But she is still up in front now.
At a direction of gameplay, going against number 88, Madam Fury. And Diva's going to return to the box for, I believe it's another forearm, yes. Thank you for those clear hand signals, Kill Trip. Mustache taking advantage of the double power jam. First time in this game that it's happened for either team. Nice truck and trailer up at the front of the pack. Multiplayer block going to 138. Guinevere, who had some phenomenal blocking there with R2 Destroy You.
I'm going to say the communication that I'm hearing just from Dub City just then is absolutely amazing, to the point where they know if one person doesn't hear that they got a penalty, one of their teammates will actually tell them, get off the track, just so that they know, and they hustled to get to the penalty box so they can get back on the track as quickly as possible. Communication, communication, communication.
Elastic and Poison Violet. Got some failure to reform for number 28 from Dub City. Poison Violet able to take advantage of a very short pack. Little offense from Chucktown Bruiser at the front to spring her again. Calling it off as she enters the pack. An official timeout is being called. And I believe a low block is being issued to Poison Violet. She's going to go sit down in the box.
The score now, Columbia 55, Dub City 35. A 20-point differential is like one jam.
Yeah.
Difference.
Now that said, we have only seen one 10-point jam in the entire game so far.
So 24-point difference is still just one jam, but it's 59 to 35.
What do you think Dub City would have to do to close that gap?
They would have to...
Other than score those points.
Oh, yeah. Other than... You just took what I was going to say, man.
Darn it.
You mean I have to think? Okay.
Yep.
So I think that they would have to probably slow down the pack a little bit more and give their jammer a little bit more offense, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, the packs are getting. It seems like the packs are getting split up a lot, so the jammers have like the individual pods to deal with.
Right.
I feel like if both teams got a little squishier.
Smushier. I like
or
that word.
squishier.
Squishier.
Either way.
I like both words.
If they cuddled with each other a little bit more.
You know, cuddling is so great.
It really is.
Cuddling, snuggling, all that.
But yeah, if I have seen both teams be very effective with offense while playing defense. But I haven't seen too much of it in this game from either because the packs are getting fast, the packs are getting a little split up sometimes. And the two pods are separating, usually with a bridge or two in the middle. So.
Yeah, there's getting a lot of destruction of pack or
there are quite a few no packs, few
thank
split
you, no
packs have happened. They've been doing a good job of paying attention to the pack, the awareness of the difference. There have been very few pack penalties assessed.
Yes.
And Elastic S is trying to get a little smile out of Kill Trip.
She's trying to get everybody to smile.
Yes.
Keep smiling, Elastic.
They're already on the line. Meanwhile, other Jam Raffle rider is hanging out with Poison Violet in the box.
Beautiful lateral movement by Elastic Ass, getting lead.
And I guess they like this jammer matchup because usually you would continue on in your rotation, but they put Elastic back out. That'll keep her in the lineup against Poison Violet.
This is her second lead of the game.
Little hop on the inside line. Holly Hunter thought she had her out of bounds, but not quite. That's a smushy pack.
That is a smushy pack. And that was
And
a
now
great
it's
awareness by Elastic on that recycling back.
Got a cut track being issued to, it was a Dub City blocker. A little bit of twisting and turning gets Poison Violet out. She stops the bleeding. 9 points going up for Elastic Ass, bringing the score to 59-44. 7 minutes left in the first period.
And we've got Gilly the Kid up against Peace Corps again. And they decided to do I believe, official timeout.
Don't forget to visit our vendors, Skater's Choice, Tampa Junior Roller Derby. We've got, what else have we got? We've got the raffles. We've got the...
We have the...
Pixies. It's Pixies Bling Hideaway. I knew it was a hideaway, but I couldn't remember how blingy the hideaway was. We've got Franky Panky shirts for sale in the Wrecking Ball, along with other Tampa Roller Derby merchandise. All right, and we are all set, ready to go back at it. Peace Corps and Gilly the Kid. Gilly the Kid out for a quick lead jammer. Three points going up for Gilly the Kid. Nice job of separation by the Columbia pack. Able to keep a solo blocker back with them and with the 2 box points hanging out. 62-44. Columbia Quad Squad in the lead with just about 6 minutes left in this first period.
What I'm seeing is really, really nice is that these blockers on both teams are really holding those lines, the inside and the out, fairly well.
Multiplayer block going to number 77 from Dub City. R2 Destroy You. Mustache coming around to a very short pack of Dub City blockers. Just her versus 138. Guinevere, who stops her for a moment, but is able to get all of her points. Calls it off, 66-44 now.
And we've got Poison Violet against Elastic at the Night Owl jammer line. And Poison Violet getting lead again.
Poison keeping track of where Elastic was in the pack, or coming up to the pack, looking for the signal from her bench, calls it off. Slowly, Columbia's getting a little bit away from Dub City, chipping away, chipping away.
Oh, but there's only 4 minutes left, and then they get rest. I think this is going to stay a close game.
Oh, absolutely.
Up to the end.
Absolutely. Holly Hunter and I believe that was Mishogana oh no, it was Naughty or Nicely. Doing some work on Peace Corps, and then 212, Magically Delicious, recycling her back. Holly Hunter now headed to the penalty box as lead jammer goes to Columbia Quads, Gilly the Kid.
So close. Peace Corps almost got it with that beautiful, got a point almost with that beautiful, beautiful apex jump. The other thing I find amazing, and I don't mean to stop you from what you're about to say, the other thing that I find amazing is the fact that everybody on and off the track in this game is smiling with the opposing team, giving high fives, shaking hands, laughing with the refs, just having a good time on the track, which then exudes out into the crowd. At least to this crowd person.
Yeah, it's fun to play roller derby with your friends, and both of these squads have been pretty solid in their rosters for a few years. You know, some changes here and there, but for the most part, they all know each other very well. Diva getting lead jammer. Mustache with a little extra head as she comes out of the pack for good measure, able to stay on her skates. Was there point thievery? There was not. Very close.
Very, very close.
The jammers are just motoring towards the pack. They are not quitting until the end of that fourth whistle, which is awesome to see. And that's
they will get a point eventually. I can tell.
I love pretty jamming, but I also love when jammers steal points. Oh, hey, we've got a new jammer on the line for
We
Dub.
have a new jammer for Dub City, number 1337, Bandita, up against Poison Violet.
And her first time on the track against Poison Violet, and Bandita is lead jammer. Bandita through for 5 points. Pass has happened. Naughty or Nicely is now the jammer for Columbia, getting recycled back by Madam Fury.
It almost looks like she's passing through like butter.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Quad squad setting up. Nice screen being thrown out there by 961 Peace Corps.
It being Bandita's first jam, she is the first jammer to make 14 points, so more than 9.
No other jammer yet has put up 3 passes. From
On either team.
On either team. Official review, red is happening. So sometimes from a bench coaching standpoint, you want to mix it up. If you're not having luck or if they're figuring you out or maybe they're just really good at blocking your style of jammer, it's nice to throw something completely different at them.
I'm going to say this right now. I feel like you have a plan going on for later as you coach my team. Yeah, but no, I agree. I think that because both sides have the same jammers going up over and over again, it is nice to mix it up, and the blockers get used to who they're playing against. So to break it up and bring someone in.
And if you look at the styles of the Quad Squad jammers versus the Dub City jammers that have been matched up, they're very similar.
Oh, very.
Like Elastic Ass and Poison Violet skate in very similar ways. They're both very agile. They use their shoulders a lot. Their footwork is phenomenal. They like to hop around.
They love the edges, yeah.
Mustache and Diva are both very powerful and like to come up the middle. And then you've got Gilly the Kid, who has been matched up with Peace Corps. Again, very powerful. Both like to duck around people. So it's nice to just throw something different out there.
Oh, yeah.
Mix it up a bit.
Yes, that was
Make them second
fun.
guess.
Yeah, that was a fun little jam to watch. And it makes the score. Bandita actually raised the score by 14 points for Dub City, making it 71-59. Columbia. A little official review break right here. I am going to say, you've got time for our basket of booze raffle. That means for $5, you can get and win over 30 bottles of spirits and liquor. That is over at least $300 worth of alcohol for a $5 ticket. And there aren't that many tickets, so you've got a really good chance of winning it.
Yeah.
And you do not have to be here to win it.
That's true. Actually, I'm hoping that Pete in the Pool is still in the building so he can buy some tickets because I keep forgetting. Yeah, we have stuff in there so Tampa Roller Derby has a few sponsors such as Coppertail. I believe we might have some Coppertail beer in there.
Yes, Frida.
We have Cigar City Mead. They've contributed 2 bottles of mead. And so there's some beer, there's some liquor, there's some wine type things. So get your basket of booze raffle ticket. All right, so Dub City will retain the review. They were asking for a direction of gameplay to be called against White 999. They are going to issue that penalty, and review is retained.
I love those little wins. They're always so nice.
Yeah.
They rarely happen, but when they do.
They have, Dub City has that advantage of not only having the very experienced Rojo Grande as their bench coach today, but Madeline Fury is also known as taxidermist. She's skating official as well.
Oh,
so yeah, that helps when you've got a captain who knows what to look for. And sometimes it's about knowing what to review and what not to review.
Yes, that is a strategy.
It really is. Gilly the Kid versus Elastic Ass. And Elastic Ass with a bounce. Rubber, as her name would suggest.
Now I know where she gets her name. I just realized that.
A low juke on the outside. Chucktown Bruiser jumping the apex to try and catch her. Almost does it. I love when blockers jump the apex.
I don't think I've actually ever seen that.
Oh, it's so good. It's my favorite thing.
That was a beautiful thing.
Hat pass being completed to 270. So now Al Gore is your jammer. Put up a few points before the whistle blew. 4-9 jam. And that's the first time in 4 jams that Columbia got to put up any points.
So we're at halftime with the score, Columbia 75, Dub City 67. Creeping back up there.
Yeah, so I think both teams are going to go to the locker room, talk about the things that are working and not working, make some adjustments, and should be just as good the second half.
I don't want a halftime. I don't care if they're tired. They need to keep playing because this is amazing. But I guess we'll wait.
If you want some beer, now is the time to get it. It's going to be last call because our next game is going to be a juniors game, and we do not play like that. We do not sell beer during juniors games. So if you want a PBR, $2, a Bud Light for $3, or a cider for $4, and I have a raffle to call now, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is the Easter basket, literally the Easter basket. Super adorable. We've got Snickers. We've got little bunny thingies, eggs, whatnot. All right. If you have a blue ticket with the number 154979, raise your hand up, yell, and run my way. I'm going to call that again. 154979. If you have that ticket in your hands, come see me. You've got a very short amount of time. And we have a winner. Easter basket. Woohoo! Now you don't have to do an Easter basket for anybody else. Congratulations. Here's some, nope, those are spoiled. They're rubbish now. If I need to translate, rubbish means trash in this country, right? All right, guys. Last call for alcohol. Head on over there real quick, quick. You could also say chaos is jamming a bit. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Nope. We got raffles, guys. It's not too late. There's still a few left. $1 each for a ticket, or six tickets for $5. I keep saying that backwards every single time. Or you can get an arm length for $10. And if you see Corey right here, he's walking behind the speakers right now, he has very long arms. He'll hook you up. Lots and lots of tickets. That $5 basket of booze raffle tickets are, well, like I just said, $5. If you are over 21 and you like to drink, you're going to want to put your ticket in there. There are not many tickets in there, so I'm not even kidding with you when I say the odds are definitely in your favor. Over 30 bottles of spirits and liquors. The winner will be announced during the final game of Franky Panky tonight. You do not have to be present to win. The last 2 years, I believe, the winners have been non-present. You just get a phone call. We'll tell you you won. You come collect. It's great. But you do have to be 21 or older to play. I have a red coming my way, so I'm going to hide. You have a half a game to give some money to the juniors to tape somebody to the wall. I think currently, you can nominate someone or you can pay more to get somebody taped. Currently, we're looking at trying to get Al taped on the wall, right? That's the goal.
Whoa, wait. That's not how this works. Who's on the wall right now? Mean Bean is up there? Is that what's happening? Here's what's happening. You can buy a tape. You can buy a piece of tape for $1, okay? I'm going to explain it to you. You know this, I know. You can buy a piece of tape. Right now, 127 pieces of tape have been sold. I know.
will end at the end of this game.
Thank you.
They have one half.
Thank you. All right. Here's what happens. In the junior taping that we've been talking about all day long, if you get $1, you get to buy a piece of tape, and that tape is going to be used to tape somebody to the wall. Or you can pay $1 to vote for who you want that person to be. And if that person is involved in Tampa Roller Derby, then they can't turn you down. It just can't. We're not allowed. So you're going to have to do a couple of things because, number one, at the end of this game, that sales are over. At the end of this game, the sales are over. So if I do happen to be that person, y'all are going to need more tape. So you need to go ahead and pay your dollars and get more tape because it's going to take a little bit more than tape than 168 pieces to hold me to a wall. Hey, did you see what I did, George? I self-edited. I don't do that very often. I said, did you see that? Did you see what I did? I self-edited just then and didn't curse. Usually.
You just need more tape, man.
So, see? George wants to buy a piece of tape, but only if he can use it on my mouth. Stop, George. That was ugly.
I didn't say that.
Anyway, come over and get in on the action and buy a piece of tape. Nominate your favorite person to be taped to the wall because later it's going to happen right here against the wall. I believe Rojo is winning, but we'll find out. I do know that yesterday Al B was on that wall, and I was a little bit nervous, so I don't like that a bit. The juniors betrayed me. As much as work as we've done together, they betrayed me and tried to get me taped to a wall. So, folks, we got another exciting half of Derby action with Dub City and Columbia Quad Squad coming to you here at the Wrecking Hall. Franky Panky 2018. Hey, how y'all doing down there? Everybody all right? We forgot all about this group down here. Y'all better talk to me because I will walk down here and talk to you. I'm just saying. There's a speaker right there in front of you. You're going to act like you can't hear me. Really? Really? Maybe you can't hear me. Can y'all not hear me? Just. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Well, why is that? Y'all are ignoring me. I'm over here talking to y'all, talking about why aren't y'all talking? And then you're over here just sitting and ignoring me like that. I will not be ignored. I will come down here and talk to Tampa Junior Roller Derby, all the work we've done together, and y'all just going to ignore me. Here I am trying to talk about the tape thing, and y'all down here like, oh, Al ain't talking. You know what? What in the? See, because it's a junior game, I self-edited that time, and I didn't swear because the juniors are coming up next. If it would have been a game, I'd have been like, oh, wait, no, I didn't do that. Circling around no, you're good. I was just messing with you. Come on, all the officials. Look, here we have the view of the zebras grazing in their natural habitat. Okay, they're not grazing. They're just kind of chilling. 2 thumbs up. What up? One of our Tampa officials. Troy. Our NSOs. Electroshock. Go ahead. What up, Shock? T-Rod. Fluffy. Aw, I love you, Fluffy. How we feeling? Your foot doing good? You look marvelous this evening. And thank you for all the hard volunteering that you and all the NSOs are doing down here, keeping this thing alive. D-Ride, what up? Speaking of D-Ride, I'm going to tell you right now, I've learned that as many times on the mic that you say things that are wrong. When you do the perfect joke, you reuse it. And it just comes, right? So here, I got a little story. I got to tell y'all something because it worked yesterday, and I was so proud of myself that even if, like always, I do not have to entertain y'all because I'm so funny, I've entertained myself. But, folks, if you like what you see here at Franky Panky and you like everything going on and you would like to be part of it, all you got to do is come be a sponsor here at Tampa Roller Derby for Franky Panky. The way you do that is you talk to D-Ride because she's going to get you hooked up in the right direction. If you want to be a part of Franky Panky, D-Ride is just the right thing to do. Ha! Ba-da-bop. Christy Cuffs and all. Look, Blitz, all the NSOs down here working hard. Photographers up here. Hey, anybody want a ransom? Anybody got something against Keith Ridge? I got you. Nah, he's too sweet. None of y'all would have any, well, at least 25% of y'all here would lose all your profile pics if Keith Ridge wasn't here to take it for us. And the other photogs. Steve's in the house, Jerokovic, as well as, all right, as well as the Game Changer and Phantom. Rumor has it at the after party that's going to go down at Pegasus tonight, there's been a lot of smack talk about who is going to be the best karaoke person. And we've been listening, and there's been Pucker Punch and has been mentioned. Jonathan's been mentioned. There's been a couple of strong voices mentioned, but I'm going to tell you right now, the leader so far, the person favored to win the karaoke battle at Pegasus tonight is none other than the photographer, Phantom. Phantom, I have been told, is going to dominate the karaoke verse at the after party tonight. I don't know that that's true, but come hang out and check it out. See who wins the karaoke VP tonight at the after party. Look, I told y'all if he heard that, he would come talk smack, because this is like an old wrestling show. Ric Flair comes out of the dressing room. You can't talk about me, son. You have 3 minutes. If you do not come get a cold, frosty Coppertail free dive in the next 3 minutes, you're going to have to wait an extended period of time. No. Stop it. Get up here right now. We got stuff to do. Get up here and buy some cold, frosty adult beverages. Stop over here at Skater's Choice. Checking out all the skate garb. How long we got for derby? Oh, I guess I should be starting back. We only got 3 derbies. 3 minutes till derby. The Game Changer, Ken LeBlue. Come out and get some sweets at the Tampa Bake Sale, or look, Girl Scout cookies and world's finest chocolate in a raffle. Are you kidding me? There's Thin Mints, and s'mores. And who doesn't like Do-si-dos? Seriously, a cold glass of milk, and then have a cold glass of milk and some Do-si-dos. I'm telling you.
All right, guys, if you want beer, it's your last chance. You've only got a couple minutes left. Hurry on over, get yourself some beer. Look at how stylish I am in this T-shirt. I know, that's a little bit cocky, but I'm okay with it. This T-shirt is amazing, and if you want one, they're $15 now over at the Wrecking Mall, so get on over there. And while you're on your way, stop by the Basket of Booze, spend $5 and get yourself a ticket, because the odds are absolutely in your favor. If you're over 21 and you like to drink, we got over 30 bottles of liquors and spirits. Gary, a wild Gary. Crikey, a wild Gary just struck at the mic. And I'm going to hand this over to the wonderful hosts, Bam and Chaos. Have a great time.
Thank you, George Squashington. And a big thank you to you.
I'm a bad announcer stat person. I was so busy eating and drinking my coffee, I forgot to add all my numbers together. But one interesting fact.
Yes.
Columbia Quad Squad, 13 lead jams in the last half.
Yeah.
And Dub City 10.
Wow.
So
very close.
Super close. Super close. It looks like we had 1, 2, 3 jammer penalties for Dub City. I know we had jammer penalties for Quad Squad, but I must have forgotten to write them down. I am no Vince Hannity when it comes to stats and announcing, so I apologize.
He is the
gold
producer.
standard.
Yes. As I call him, the producer.
So we're about to launch back in to Columbia Quad Squad and Dub City.
Yeah, about 20 seconds
Woo.
before we start.
Billy the Kid and Peace Corps on the gym line. Had a no pass signal for Gilly the Kid. Peace Corps just getting the message from her bench that she was lead jammer. Did allow 1 point to score, but stopped any further damage from happening.
But that hustle, as you were saying earlier in the first half, by those jammers just hustling, trying to get that point as you nibble on that cupcake,
Nom, 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 nom.
did actually go to her work for her advantage because she did get 1 point, making it 67. I'm sorry. Yeah, 67-76.
Palindrome. It is 76-67. Poison Violet up against Diva. A little bit of a jammer switch up for Columbia's rotation. And Diva taken off of her skates by the pivot, number 29, nicely. Poison Violet out. Got a clockwise block going against number 241 from Dub City. And again, we wanted to give a big shout out. I see Phantom over there in his little perch. Hi, Phantom. Phantom is
We love you, Phantom.
one of our favorite photographers. They're all our favorites. Phantom's been hanging out with Tampa Roller Derby for a lot of years, and
Yes.
we love and adore him. So if you see Phantom, give him a high five. Also, Ken LeBlue and Keith Ridge and Steve Jakorovich. If you see them, give them a high five, give them a hug, buy them some water or a cupcake.
Because remember, you keep them happy, they keep giving
everyone
you
else happy.
very good pictures of
Yes.
yourselves.
Elastic Ass and number 618 Mustache. Elastic out for lead jammer, and I should be keeping track of stats, but George, I'm sorry. I forgot to do the first few jams. Skating through and coming on to her belly's Mustache, putting up 3 points. Skating out of bounds, penalty being issued to Elastic Ass at the end of the jam. Thus why Will Ryder had not yet reported his 2 points. So we're going to start with a power jam in favor of Columbia. Both teams with only 3 blockers on the track. And lead jammer going to Columbia right away. Gilly the Kid giving a signal to her team to go attack, and they do.
That was some beautiful offense by Naughty or Nicely, just wrapping herself around that blocker to give she didn't have to move or push really hard. She just stayed there, giving some really beautiful offense.
Gilly the Kid fighting derby hugs at the front of the pack. And number 28 will go sit down. That's Levi or Levy. For as many times as I have said all of these names, I'm still going to mess them up because that's what announcers do, right?
I think it's part of our job requirement.
Right, we mess up names. Multiplayer block being issued now to number 27, Suicide Bombshell. And now a high block going to 241, Jenny Matthews. So not a lot of Dub City on the track at the moment. But lots of 4 whistles. Jam is dead. Jam is dead. I think we're going to take a second to make sure we've got all of the penalties issued and served. I thought I'd heard an official timeout is happening. I thought I heard another penalty happen, but no one go to the box.
Sounded like 3 separate penalties right there.
18 points going up on the board for Columbia Quad Squad in that jam. Gilly the Kid.
And they hit the century mark.
Indeed.
101 to 69.
And that they're still, they keep spreading it and getting a little bit further out of reach. A couple good jams, Dub City can be right back in it. They just have to play the cards right. Yeah,
it's still anybody's game. 1 power jam, 1 just 5.
I mean, 1 really good power jam.
Right, 1 really good power jam.
I mean,
or
maybe if they
2 good jams, yeah.
If Columbia pulls a Rat City and like only fields 1 blocker, 1 jammer, then that could be trouble. But
that could be trouble.
It was it was rad. They did that. It was bad. I think George wants us to talk about the basket of booze again. I think so. Since you can't buy beer right now because it's the second half of this game, what you can do is buy raffle tickets for basket of booze.
So you can drink later.
Yes.
That's epic.
And if you don't like everything in the basket, Bam and I will be happy to help take some of it off your hands.
Absolutely.
And George.
I make great mixed drinks.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
I hear George makes excellent cocktails. I wouldn't know because you still haven't come over for dinner.
Oh, guilt trip.
And Franky Panky shirts, modeled by George.
You want to have a piece of your little Franky Panky vacation to Florida. This is a great way to commemorate that with a Franky Panky shirt. They have been reduced to $15 today, so get your shirt before they're gone.
And if you've been at any of our other Franky Pankies but never got a chance to buy the shirts from those years, we've got those in the Wrecking Mall as well on the $5 t-shirt wall. So you can go into the Wrecking Mall and pick up other shirts as well.
And I will tell you that if a shirt is there that I really like but doesn't fit, I make it into something else.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
A bag. Reusable bags are huge.
So also, in front of the Wrecking Mall, after you pick up your shirts, you can walk outside, and there's a table with some flamingos. And you can vote for your favorite skaters, your MVPs for the weekend. There's a box for blocker and a box for jammers. Juniors have their own for the teams that are, so this is for the adults. These are for the WFTDA skaters. So, Bam for blocker, Chaos for jammer. Is that what we're? I'm joking. I'm so joking. I did awful last night.
How about MVP announcer?
MVP announcers, Vince Hannity and Al.
There you go.
There
I like
go.
that.
But no, seriously, they're out there. So if you're seeing someone that's just killing it this weekend, go vote for them. There are still a couple more games left. Do we know, George, when MVP will be announced? Last game. I assume at halftime. So, yes. And now we are back. Poison Violet and Peace Corps on the line. Number 7-7 doing some great tracking work. R2 Destroy You. That could be a vote for your MVP blocker, I'm not going to lie.
I'm speechless right there. That was amazing. They rolled back and literally got on top of the jammer before I could blink. I don't know how that jammer felt, but that was amazing.
Poison trying to call it before any points were scored, but Peace Corps able to sneak through and just get her hips around just enough to pick up the 1 point in the ghost block, the ghost blocker, the ghost point, the box point, whatever we're calling it now.
Happy
ghost
fun
blocker
gifts.
is completely different.
Yeah. We don't want her to have a ghost blocker.
Oh, man. I think every jammer has met ghost blocker this weekend.
Oh, beautiful footwork on toe shot for 618.
Mustache. Diva ping-ponging through. I believe a failure to return going to 241 from Dub City. Saw the karate chop.
Oh.
4 points going up for Mustache. 0 for dub, bringing the score to 108-71 with 23.5 minutes left in the game. Elastic Ass and Gilly the Kid on the line. The Night Owl Jammer line, I should say. Gilly just sneaking through for lead jammer. Elastic stepping through on the inside line and surviving some hits to come on as well.
Oh, that hustle is amazing. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. But that smile.
Always.
That's
Always.
electric elastic.
The blocking pods are doing a really good job this half. It's an adjustment I'm seeing of staying as a pod and just closing the door on the jammers as they try and slice
Yes.
through. Poison Violet being chased by Peace Corps. And Poison Violet doing a low defense. Peace Corps gets up with a smile.
It's like they enjoy fighting each other in a playful way.
It looked like Poison wasn't trying to do anything substantial, just trying to get a little extra space to try and pick up that 1 point.
Up next, we have Must Dash against Diva at the Night Owl Photography Jammer line.
Two individual blocking pods happening right now. With the footwork being displayed from both teams, I think the defenses have decided to go all out. Diva able to move back and forth, work the lines, get some space, earn lead jammer, Mustache not out far behind. Columbia closing the door on the outside with a nice little run back there by Shades of Pain. So her teammate knocked out Diva and ran her back. 0-0. Fists up for ref solidarity.
And I usually guys to give a really big shout out to all the refs, NSOs that have been, any and all the officials that have been here this weekend trying to make this tournament as amazing as it has been. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be playing.
Gilly the Kid out for lead. Elastic Ass some nice line work and high stepping to follow. Holly Hunter just wrecking people. I mean, she did. She came in like a wrecking ball.
She pulled the Miley
that's the
Cyrus.
men's team in the Columbia area is the wrecking balls. So that's. See, you made a joke, George, and you didn't even know it. No. We were just threatened not to drop the mics, even if we do drop the mics. 1-3-3-7, Bandita on the line again against Poison Violet. Got a forearm penalty going somewhere. And while they're figuring that out, Bandita is getting lead jammer. Poison Violet's going to the box for that forearm.
And Bandita going out twice as jammer and getting lead both times.
And both times against Poison.
And both times getting 5 points at the beginning.
Back block go at Furious George is going to go have a sit down in the box. Nice screen by Dub City. Poison Violet wiggling her way through with some jackhammer shoulders. Bandita picks up one, knows Violet's coming back around for points, decides to just let it rest. 112 to 84. Columbia Quad Squad with just under 18 minutes left in this game. Still got some concessions going on. I believe the food truck's still outside. Have been eating their smashed potatoes. It's delicious. Got LBQ behind us. Got some big saley stuff. Go get some noms after this game.
Mustache getting lead for Columbia, while Peace Course is being drawn back again to the back of the pack.
Oh, here's that smushy pack again.
Smushy packs.
Direction going against Holly Hunter, while a star pass is taking place. Levy has it now. There's a bit of a desperate reach through the pack during that initial pass. Gilly the Kid and Diva both bouncing around in the pack. Gilly coming through for lead. Direction going to Chalktown Bruiser at the end of that gem. Yeah. So we have a slight pack advantage for Dub City right now.
Yes, 3-4.
123 to 84. One of the bigger point spreads we've seen so far in this game. Poison kind of drawing a direction of gameplay. It was some beautiful patience on her part. She stood straight up. She saw what Dub City was doing and just waited for them to push her backwards. 0-0 up on the board. Yeah, we got a 39-point spread right now. That's one of the biggest in the game, if not the biggest spread.
Yeah,
at
it
this
is.
point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We've been hovering around here for a couple gems now.
With 14 minutes left in the half, we're at 123 to 84.
Only got 2 Dub City blockers on the floor, and Mustache able to use the outside line to her advantage, get out for lead.
There's a slight collision with 3
Forearm
of
going
the
to number
blockers, and number 50 getting a forearm for that fall.
And the Peace Court is going to the, oh, I see a cut track being signaled by Will Ryder. Again, thank you for repeating your hand signals. So Mustache on a power jam already has 10 points up on the board. Got a little Offense being played by Creech and Holly Hunter.
Great recycling by Dub City up to the front to catch the jammer again.
Five more points up for Mustache. And on 1 foot, getting packed through the pack. Star Pass has taken place, and now our jammer is number 77. R2 Destroy You.
Love that name. Great hustle on her part. to get to
T.S.,
the
I
pack.
wish this song could play every single time that I jammed.
It's magical. Is that what you're saying?
It's Moby's James Bond theme.
Oh, I
It's the
didn't know.
Moby version, and it's amazing. DJ Ito all weekend just doing such a great job of keeping all the skaters and audience pumped up and
Yeah.
entertained. Thanks, Ito.
Diva getting lead for Dub City. And Bandito was just recycled back.
Bandita doing some really good work in the pack there, not only with the recycle back, but then her own little apex jump to the front. Apex jumps are so much easier as a blocker, I feel, because everyone's not staring at you. They're really fun to do, but it's like I feel like you can do them a lot. Like, I don't know. Blockers seem to be more successful with them. When I see blockers do them, I am less likely to see the blocker get knocked out of the air. That's all. Bam's looking at me like, why would you say that? I can't.
I don't jump apexes.
Well,
it's just not what I
Yet.
do. Yet. That is true. Yet. All right, so we are at Columbia Quad Squad 146, making 0 points this last jam, and Dub City adding another 9 points to their score to make it 93. We've got 11 minutes left in this half. It can still go any which way. And while we're having this short little break, I would like to give a shout out to all of our vendors that are here today. We've got Skater's Choice. We've got Tampa Juniors Roller Derby that have their own set of amazing gifts that you can purchase. I got a little distracted. Sorry about that.
I am a terrible partner to announcer with.
To announcer.
Elastic Ass and Poison Violet. And Elastic Ass, arms in the air, towing through. Got a back block being issued somewhere. I saw Refty Venture signal it. There we go. Chucktown Bruiser gonna sit down. Dub City gets Elastic Ass through, puts on the gas, and prevents Poison Violet from getting any points. 146 to 97. And real quick, we haven't thanked our officials for this game. I'll read the skating officials list. We've got head ref Base Invader, IPR Refty Venture. Our jam refs are Will Ryder Kill Trip, and our outside pack refs are Two Thumbs Up, Vanilla Vice, and Jack Astor.
And we've got Bandita jamming again for Dub City against Must Dash.
And everyone on the floor for a second.
Way to be aware of where your skates are. Instead of getting brought back, Bandita actually knew exactly where her skates were and was able to stay in bounds and get lead jammer for the third time.
100% lead jam.
100%. It is so nice to see a jammer that can play as well, both blocker and jammer, and be effective. It is hard to be a jammer when you're a blocker and be as effective.
Yeah, relief jammers are usually just that, relief. Like, maybe they go in once or twice, maybe they have success, maybe they don't. And a lot of times you'll see a relief jammer be successful in like the first pass or two and then run out of gas, because blocker endurance is very different from jammer endurance. But Bandita can go, I mean, she's shown she can go 4 or 5 laps and just be A-okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm girl crushing a little. Yeah. I'm going to be honest.
Gilly the Kid getting real personal with the Dub City pod in the front. Diva also trying to squish her way through Columbia. Multiplayer block going to, I believe that's 270. 270. Al Gore, of course.
And Diva getting lead again, making it 2 consecutive leads for Dub City.
Columbia catching Diva as one would catch an egg. Only stop her for a second, though. She's through for 5 points. Was that Amsterdam? I think so. Yep. Amsterdam put Diva down for a second. Diva bouncing back up. And now Al Gore is your jammer. We had a hat pass. $13 points on that jam for Diva. 146 to 114.
Dub City closing that gap slowly but surely, racking up those points with 7 minutes and 16 seconds left in this half.
Elastic, very much asking to have a full set of blockers on the floor for the jam.
Always better to have all the blockers on the floor.
Everyone's just one giant blob of people right now. Multiplayer block and a direction. Both going to, we had 2 to Columbia, 1 to Dub City. And now we've got all sorts of pack things happening. So we're going to lose Magically Delicious. So just Holly Hunter on the track for the Columbia blockers. Poison able to juke her way to some points. And points were stolen. Elasticas able to get around the one solo blocker in the back. We got a timeout happening. How you doing, Bam?
I am amazing.
You look like you're processing. Like, I can see the status bar.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Filling.
Yeah, it's like at like an 8th right now. No, this is amazing. I am just watching how strategic these 2 teams are and how they've adapted in the second half from kind of spreading each other out and going so fast to slowing down just a bit and actually staying together to create those big walls of people. It's amazing. And they actually were able to somehow get a lot of 3 of the blockers for Columbia on penalties. So now they have a bit of a pack advantage. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And I'm going to read down the NSR list quick, but I'll be honest, they haven't given me all of their positions. So we've got Synapsing, Christy Cuffs, The Ficus, Despicable D, Troy Nolan, Turtle, Reach, Blitz, Don King Kong, and Just Eric, all as our wonderful non-skating officials for this game. Columbia Quad Squad pulling the audible. Holly Hunter with the star. We have not seen her yet this game. So not a bad thing to put one of your strongest blockers as the jammer for exactly this reason. This is going to be a great way for them to clear the box.
Yes.
And when you've got Chucktown Bruiser as your other blocker, you can do this. She only had to get around through Chucktown. Chucktown was in queue, so she's going to go to the box now. But we've got a few more Columbia blockers back on the pack. We got an official review from Dub City. So while they talk about that, I'm sure at some point our wonderful, phenomenal alt ref, really smalls, will come over to tell us what's up. But in the meantime, how have you been feeling about this weekend there, Bam?
I have been loving every minute of it. I love watching all this roller derby. Tampa Roller Derby always puts on an amazing tournament. That's thanks to every single one of the league members, volunteers, and especially our coordinators, Red, Stiletto, and Snow Stoppin'.
Yes.
They just know how to do this and how to put on an amazing tournament.
And she walks around in those shoes for 2 days straight, and then we'll play a game.
Yeah, her name is right on. It is Red Stiletto. And if you see her, she's wearing red stilettos.
Right behind us right now, actually. I think she's getting some coffee.
Give her a high five. You deserve that coffee.
Red, you deserve the heck out of that coffee. She's not even listening to us.
And that's okay. That is okay.
We've also got our wonderful medics over to the side. If you see someone with one of those blinding yellow Tampa shirts on, thank them for their efforts. Luckily, we haven't had to use them too much. I'm glad that you guys are having a boring weekend. We love you, but we'd rather you stay over there. I think George is getting bored. He's playing football with the extra. He's like, I am not bored. I am not bored. All right, so announcers and refs sometimes like to play the guess the official review game. We don't do it on mic, but
Right.
I totally would have won that game. So Dub City was asking for a low block to be issued against a Columbia Quad Squad blocker. They got that penalty and will retain their review. So Dub City having won both of their reviews so far this game.
2 in 1 game.
Forearm going against Bandita. Meanwhile, Elastic Ass jumping through a seam. Meanwhile, Mustache taking a tumble as she exits the pack. Little bit of a barrel roll. Everyone's on the floor.
They must be tired at this point, playing today and all the teams playing yesterday.
I think it's just these two teams have been playing at a really high level this entire game, and when it comes down to it, this floor likes to grab your wheels now and again. So
it's its own ghost blocker.
It is. So what I'm seeing
is the first tournament we've had this new floor. Yeah.
It seems to be people hitting their edges and just going whoop. Poison Violet going whoop around Traxidermist there. And Diva spinning around Barney Rebel. Poison Violet using the outside line, that trademark Mohawk toe stop thingy that she does.
Violet has this almost trademark type of methodical way of calling off a jam where she just, after she passes everybody with the ease that she does, she just turns around and stares down the jammer to call it off.
She is very experienced. The first time I played against Columbia Quad Squad was in 2013, and Violet was just like, I feel like she was just as good. She's obviously better now, but got Gilly the Kid and Peace Corps. Gilly the Kid in the pack scoring points. .155 to 122, just under 3 minutes left. Neither team letting up at all.
I'm just processing that these last few jams have been so quick and quick to be called off. It's amazing.
That was a nice low knee slide from Kill Trip to get in position. Mustache! Waiting the patience and the toe stops on the outside to get Lee Jammer, and we got 7-7 going for a back block as Mustache slices through lanes 2 and 3 like a hot knife in butter.
Hot knife on a potato.
Like a buzzsaw. Buzz.
Instead of butter, it's buzza. Buzza.
Holly Hunter introducing herself to Elastic Ass.
Nice recycling by Furious George, number 400 at Dub City.
Back block going to 1337, Bandita.
Columbia gaining another 10 points this last jam, making it 166 to 122. We now have Diva against Poison Violet.
Of course it is. Poison Violet and Diva out almost at the exact time. Poison has amazing patience. She just waits for the opposing team to make a move and then reacts to that. Nice blocking. Chucktown Bruiser doing everything she can to pull that pack up. Poison's like, no big deal to me, I'll just chill. It's like,
With that, they're all smiling. How are they
yeah.
smiling? That was fun. Let's do that one again.
Yeah, this is a great game for both teams, not just because it's fun to play, but I feel like both teams are getting a lot of learning out of this. Quad Squad's been able to respond to what Dub City is doing, which is very similar to them. Like they basically get to practice against a team that is just as ferocious as themselves.
Yes, absolutely. I love the fact that each team is actually developing and changing as the game is going.
Meanwhile, I mean, Dub gets to play against they're an experienced crew, and they get to play against a very experienced crew and learn how to contend with some of these blockers like Holly Hunter and Chucktown Bruiser that have been playing this level for a while and just are really solid in their blocking pods. Just seeing Dub respond and react and make the adjustments on the fly has been super great. Like, they're definitely going to come out of this on the plus side. Like, learning experience plus side, and honestly, I think ranking point plus side as well for Dub City.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we've got Gilly the Kid up against Peace Corps.
Peace Corps dancing from lane to lane, trying to get a little bit of space. Holly and Magically Delicious aren't really falling for it, though. Very patient blockers. She finds some space on the outside, dodges around everyone. Gilly gets lead.
Calls it off when
Calls
it's
it off.
she can.
Woo!
That was amazing.
That was a great game.
Unofficial score of 166 for Columbia Quad Squad against 122 Dub City. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to go back to the archive and watch this
Absolutely.
again. Especially with the, amazing announcing that
And George.
and George.
And with the swoopy whistle, the official final, 166-122. And that is the last game this weekend for both of these teams.
Yes, it is. The next game is going to be juniors.
Yes. It is Tampa, based on the fact that I see some Tampa jerseys